Today on the Trent Out Loud Podcast. You got your cousin pregnant? She's your cousin, bro. I really want all the Trump supporters to comment below and let me know what you think about this new lawsuit. I know there's a lot of Diddy cases, but this one from a 13-year-old girl? What up? It's Trent Out Loud, and I'm back with another episode. All right, it's Tuesday morning. We made it through Monday. I hope you guys are having a great day and ready because I have a good show set up for you guys today. All right, this morning I got 3 lead stories for you. We're going to talk about Donald Trump being sued for defamation of character by the Central Park Five. Second lead story, Diddy faces new sexual assault allegations, but this time this woman alleges she was 13 years old when this incident took place. Our third lead story, DJ Envy says that we shouldn't judge Diddy until we get and to see all of the evidence. Then when we're done with lead stories, we're going to jump into quick news. We're going to talk about Latto, Trina, Jelly Roll, Kevin Gates, and GloRilla. Trust me, stick around for Kevin Gates. It's pretty crazy. Then we're going to close out the show with question of the day and a little bit of sports news. Y'all know what time it is. Turn your TVs, your radio, or your devices up. I'm about to start this show. Let's go. The Central Park Five has filed a defamation lawsuit against Donald Trump after he claimed they pled guilty to crimes during the presidential debate. All right, let's jump into this and listen to all the details. And I'm really interested to see what you guys are going to think about this case, okay? The Central Park Five, now known as the Exonerated Five, is suing Donald Trump for defamation after he incorrectly claimed that the group pled guilty during their unaliving charge back in 1989 during the presidential debate. During the September presidential debate, Kamala Harris brought up the Central Park Five to give an example of how Trump has shown his racist tendencies throughout the years. It is well known that Donald Trump was pushing for the unaliving penalty for the teenagers who were wrongly convicted of R-wording and unaliving a woman in Central Park in 1989. To rebut her statement, Trump began to claim that he only made those comments because they had pled guilty for the crimes and they unalived someone. Stay tuned. I'll explain for those of you who don't know about the Central Park Five, okay? According to the lawsuit obtained by CNN, the Central Park Five claims these statements were false and derogatory, and Trump acted in reckless regard when he made them in the debate. Trump's statements were false and defamatory in numerous respects, says the attorney for the man who is writing the lawsuit in Philadelphia. The Central Park Five all pled not guilty and maintained their innocence throughout the entire trial and during their incarceration, as well as after they were released from prison. And also, which is very important to note, none of the victims of the Central Park assault were unalived. Okay, the K word, which I can't say. The men are seeking compensation and punitive damages. The suit also claims that Trump's comments placed them in a false light and caused them to suffer severe emotional distress. All right, let me just give a little bit of a context. There's actually a whole Netflix series about this, but Central Park Five, a group of I think it was 4 black men and 1 Hispanic man, or I think they were teenagers at the time. Anyways, it was a Central Park attack, and a white lady says that she was attacked and sexually assaulted. And Donald Trump took out a page in the newspaper that he wanted them to get the D-word penalty. Okay, anyway, so it was a big thing back in 1989. Somebody actually came out. I think they were in jail for around 5 to 10 years. Somebody came out after and confessed to the crime. So that's why now they're the Exonerated Five. Okay, for those of you who don't know.
Central Park Five, they admitted, they said, they pled guilty. And I said, well, if they pled guilty, they badly hurt a person, killed a person ultimately, then they pled, we're not guilty.
I don't know if he just made that mistake. I don't know if he thought that. Of course, the people who are Trump haters are going to say he's lying and he knows what he's talking about. But this is just crazy. I did, like I said yesterday when I told you guys about Alexa Sky, talking about Trump, I really don't want my podcast to turn into a political podcast, but of course I do have to, report when things like this happen. And this went super viral yesterday. And I know I have a lot of Trump supporters that watch my show. So to the Trump supporters, I really want to know what you think about this. What do you think about Donald Trump making those statements during a presidential debate? Do you think that it's right for them to sue him? Do you think it's wrong? Do you think that he just made a mistake? Do you think he's actually going to come out and say something? Of course, if you're a Kamala Harris supporter, comment below too. But I'm really curious for the people who support Trump, because, every news agency says how much he lies and needs to be fact checked. Is this something that you think he's lying about? Or do you think that probably his defense is going to say, well, hey, I made a mistake? And I don't know how much of a defense that is to say I made a mistake during a presidential election. And even if you do make a mistake, you still can be sued for defamatory claims. If anybody was a lawyer out there, let me know. Diddy faces various new lawsuits. One alleged victim claimed that he R-worded her with an unnamed male and female celebrity when she was 13 years old. We are getting closer to finding out who these celebrities are. I'm telling you, within the next couple of weeks, we are going to get shocking information. But let's just talk about this one from now. Diddy is currently facing another round of lawsuits as he continues to remain behind bars. According to Variety, the Busby law firm filed 5 new lawsuits in the Southern District of New York Sunday night, and 2 additional lawsuits were filed in Las Vegas and Los Angeles. According to one of the lawsuits, the alleged victims, who is being identified as Jane Doe, claims that Diddy and an unnamed male and female celebrity R-worded her when she was 13 years old. In the suit, Jane Doe said she tried to attend the MTV VMAs September the 7th, 2000. However, she didn't have tickets to get inside. She reportedly approached a limousine driver who allegedly worked for Diddy at the time and was taken to the after party. While at the party, she signed a non-disclosure agreement and was offered a drink. After sipping on the drink, the alleged victim claimed she began to feel woozy and lightheaded. She then went to lie down in an empty bedroom. Jane Doe then alleges that Diddy entered the room with a male and female celebrity. She claims to have been R-worded by the unnamed male celebrity while the unnamed female celebrity watched. The lawsuit then goes on to allege that she was R-worded by Diddy as the 2 other celebrities sat back and watched. The alleged victim, who now lives in Alabama, says she fell into a deep depression which continues to affect every facet of her life. Diddy's attorney responded to the new lawsuits by referring to previous statements in which they said Mr. Combs and his legal team have full confidence in the facts, their legal defense, and the integrity of the judicial system. In court, the truth shall prevail. That Mr. Combs has never allegedly sexually assaulted anyone. They always say that he's innocent, he has never done anything. And I think last week we even spoke about this too, where he now wants the names of these alleged victims so that he could prepare a defense. If you notice what I just read, Jane Doe, John Doe, unnamed, like nobody is naming things. So my prediction is sooner or later, somebody's going to have to come out with these names and the whole entire story is going to blow up. If you guys think that we've heard the end of this Diddy news and cases, trust me, we're just at the precipice. It's just beginning. And I can understand from his side too, like, okay, give me the names of these people so that I could prepare a defense. And I could show you guys how all of these things were consensual. That's his whole thing, right? Where he could show maybe a video of them or a text message where there's things going back and forth. So that's it with the new Diddy case. I know you guys are going to let me know how you feel below or send me emails about it. Trent Out Loud at cfqr600.com. But like I said in the beginning, the fact that she was 13 years old at the time, like I saw a couple of comments already and people are like, where were her parents at the time? What 13-year-old is trying to get into the MTV Video Awards and a limousine is coming to pick her up and bring her to an after party? Why is there a 13-year-old kid even in an after party? Like, this is crazy to me. Anyways, like I said, comment below, send me a DM. Let's jump over now to DJ Envy, who went viral yesterday for saying that we should give Diddy a chance. We should wait to hear all of the evidence. and have these people prove their truths. And a lot of people went off on him. So let's just go over to the DJ Envy story now. DJ Envy speaks on Diddy's legal cases, says he's not here for people trying to convict the mogul before seeing all of the evidence. Very brave of him to be talking like this. Fairness and facts are exactly what DJ Envy stands by, and he wants everyone to do the same amid Diddy's mounting legal cases. During an episode of the podcast, The Casey Crew, Envy sits down with his wife, Gia Casey, where they discuss the new allegations made against Diddy. Gia begins the discussion by stating that she isn't able to cast her judgment on what Diddy has been accused of just yet. Envy also chimes in, noting that while Diddy is known to be a very freaky individual, it is unfair for people to convict him before all the evidence is presented and he has a chance to defend himself. There's nothing wrong with being a freaky person, and the fact that he has thousands of bottles of baby oil and lube just means that he likes to dish and pop. I don't understand what that means, what it means to dish and pop, whatever. He also says there's nothing wrong with that and there's nothing illegal about that. All right, let's jump over to a clip of DJ Envy. Take a listen.
Diddy's a freaky nigga. Nothing illegal about that. Now, the one thing I will say that I don't like is I don't like how people convict him before hearing all of the evidence.
All right, so here's what I think, right? Of course, everybody is innocent until proven guilty. That's why we have a judicial system, okay? However, the thing that kind of, is leading people to think he is more guilty than innocent, although we haven't seen the evidence, is the Cassie videotape. When that Cassie videotape came out from CNN and we saw Diddy beat Cassie, repeatedly striking her outside of an elevator, that is when people were like, oh, hell no. Because she didn't just make that claim, she made all the other claims. So it made that video seem as if everything else she accused them of was true. And she said everything about the freak offs and this and women and male, blah, 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 right? So that's the thing that did Diddy in almost. You know what I mean? Because we saw that. Now, just because that lawsuit happened with Cassie and she alleged mostly everything that everybody is accusing him of course, it probably led to some copycat lawsuits for sure. And I'm sure a lot of the lawsuits are frivolous, 1,000%. However, I think a lot of people are going to find it hard to believe that there are that like 300 or 400 frivolous lawsuits and there's no truth and just all of these people are coming out to lie. Like that's obviously why most people, think that he is guilty, right? But of course, it goes without saying that everybody is innocent to proving guilty. But we have a lot of the evidence already, and of course, nobody's convicting him because he has 1,000 bottles of baby oil. You know what I mean? But also, too, it's the guns. A lot of people don't talk about those 3 AR 15s with the shaved off serial numbers. Like, why do you need to have that in your house, bro? You know what I mean? So anyways, I'm sure y'all are going to sound off in the comment section below or send me emails about Diddy, but also to let me know what you think about Envy's comments. Should we all, keep our mouths shut and not judge Diddy until we see the evidence, or, are we justified by seeing Cassie and hearing what Cassie said, if that is reason enough to presume his guilt? Let me know what you guys think. All right, this brings us to quick news. Ring my bell. Latto turns up on IG Live rapping Nicki Minaj's Bedrock verse. Latto, who was previously at the center of a heated online feud with Nicki Minaj in 2022, was having a ball rapping along one of Nicki's most iconic verses. Saturday night, Latto was live inside a vehicle as Bedrock was playing. The Atlanta rapper began rapping alongside the lyrics as her friend danced beside her. The clip, which quickly went viral on social media, sparked reactions from fans who noted the irony of the situation, especially given the public tension between the woman just a short while ago. Some praised Latto for respecting a rap legend, while others speculated whether the act could soften the tension between the two of them. But I like to see this. Y'all know I love female rap, and of course, Nicki is a rap legend. I think Nicki Minaj is top 10, not just female, but top 10 rapper of all times. And Latto is making her way. So I do like to see women getting together and doing their thing. So shout out to Latto. I'm not saying that the feud is over, But I'm happy to see that this, like the article said, that this might just be a bridge and they could work things out. All right, and our second quick story. Rapper Trina discusses her decision to skip a prenup with her husband. She says, "My husband brings all the money to me." In a recent interview, rapper Trina sat down and shared details about her marriage. One subject that arose was her perception on marriage and monetary agreements. She revealed that she did not require her husband to sign a prenup agreement. Trina emphasized her trust with her partner, stating that he's willing to give all his money as she oversees the couple's financing. She says, "My husband brings all his money to me, so I'm in charge. He can't spend a dime without my consent. He can't spend a dime on nothing unless it goes through me." Here's a little clip from Trina. Take a listen.
Did you get a prenup?
I didn't.
Why not?
Because my husband brings all of his money to me. So
What?
I'm in charge.
I don't really understand this. It doesn't make any sense. The question is, did you get a prenup? And she's like, "No, I didn't, because my husband brings all his money to me." That has nothing to do with the prenup. A prenup is if you get divorced, your husband can't come and take half your money and you can't take half his money, or the money they had before the marriage. Either party had before the marriage. So what does him coming and giving you his money have to do? That to me sounds like he was smart, being like, "Yo, let me give her all the money, make her think that I'm, cool with not, going after her money, so she doesn't give me a prenup. And then when I get divorced, he cashes out." I don't know who is advising Trina, but this is just makes no sense to me. All right, in our third lead story, country star Jelly Roll announces he's leaving X, formerly Twitter. He says the most toxic, negative app to ever exist. The country sensation took to social media app to announce that he will no longer be on the platform. He wrote on Sunday, October the 20th, "This is for sure the most toxic, negative app to ever exist, period." He added that the app, which Elon Musk bought back in October 2022 before changing the name, is different. "This place is different, man. I've always heard it was the Wild Wild West on here, but man, this is insane." He continues to say, "It's a safe place for everyone to say mean-ish to whoever they want with no consent. I'm out." All right. So obviously something must have happened to him for him to go on like this. I don't know why. How could somebody now in 2024 be shocked at Twitter? We all know that Twitter has the least amount of guidelines than any other app. So people are a little bit more open, if I could say so nicely. But, I've heard a lot of people say they're off Twitter. Charlemagne says he's been off Twitter for like 5 years. I've never really been on Twitter like that. But anyways, I don't know. If maybe somebody out there knows what happened to Jelly Roll, put it in the comment section or send me an email. But for all you Jelly Roll fans, he's off. No more Twitter for Jelly Roll. All right, in our fourth quick story, listen to this, y'all. Kevin Gates' cousin speaks on their relationship and their kids. All right, so Kevin Gates, hip-hop star Kevin Gates, for those who don't know him, he has gone on to say on podcasts and said that he has been sexual with his cousin before, okay? I'll play a little clip. Take a listen.
So did you really fuck your cousin?
Duh.
I had no clue that he actually had a child with his cousin. She was just on a podcast, I think it was over the weekend. Not only did she confirm, but she confirms that they were together and confirmed that they have kids. And she makes an example, not an example, but an excuse for it, being like, "Oh, we're like third or fourth cousins, and there's nothing wrong with our kids. They're perfectly healthy." This is crazy to me. Take a listen.
We 2 kids in by right now. Ain't nothing wrong with them. They perfect condition. They ain't got no disabilities. The thing is, it do not count if they not your first, second, or third cousin. They your fourth cousin. You my fourth cousin, and I like you. We gonna do what it do.
Yo, if we have even a speck of blood, we're not doing nothing, yo. Like, what is she talking about? I don't know this girl's name, but crazy. I always thought Kevin Gates, because for those of you who don't know, Kevin Gates is super freaky, like Diddy level freaky. And he's very open and talks about it. I think he's actually married, but he has an open relationship. He lives a wild life. But this takes the cake. This is worse than Diddy. Well, of course, minus the allegations, but just the freakiness. This is another level. You had kids with your cousin? Yo, that is crazy, man. All right, in our fifth and final quick story, My girl GloRilla debuts on Billboard 200 in position number 5. Shout out to Glo. Billboard 200 GloRilla enters the charts with 69,000 units sold, which is 77.98 from streams and 12,000 pure sales. Shout out to Glo, man. Really happy for her. A lot of people are making a big deal of it online because she outsold Megan Thee Stallion's last album, and people are like, yo, your opening act is outselling you. So let's not start a whole other, female rap beef. Latto and Nicki Minaj are hopefully coming back and being together. Megan and Glo, don't start any online beef, all right? And, get these two ladies at each other's necks. So they're maintaining that they're good friends. They are apparently actually doing a joint album together. I would love to see Glo and Megan together. But anyways, shout out to GloRilla, man. I love her. I haven't heard the whole album. I listened to a little bit of it, but I'm going to listen to more of it tonight, man. And y'all make sure you go download and stream GloRilla's new album. All right, this brings us to question of the day. Who is the best sitcom character of all times? All right, all decades, all times. Iron DG says, y'all gonna be mad, but Cliff Huxtable, Bill Cosby, for those of you who don't know. I knew we were gonna get a lot of Bill Cosby though. Somebody said Claire Huxtable. Okay, the mom, what's her name? Felicia Richard. Claire Huxtable, that character made an impact on the community. Somebody else said all 4 Golden Girls. I knew the Golden Girls were going to be in here. Dave Jordan Jr. said George Jefferson, Murphy Brown, Fraser Crane, and Maxine Shaw. I just don't know who Maxine Shaw is. I think Maxine Shaw was on Living Single. Maxine was actually hilarious. Somebody else said Will Smith. Thank you for saying Will. Hello, Fresh Prince, one of my favorite shows of all times. Of course, Martin. Somebody else said Martin. And Raven Baxter. Never watched that, but Raven. April Amby said Martin Payne. What up, what up, what up? C. Danis said Jasmine Guy played that part for sure. That was, oh my gosh, after the Cosby Show. Oh, can't remember. Wow. Somebody else said Maxine Living Single. Fran from The Nanny. All characters from a different world. There we go. A Different World. That's the name of the show. Jasmine Guy, A Different World with Dwayne Wayne. I Am S-Class said Martin, period. He had to play 6 other characters and they were all super lit. Somebody said it was between Will Smith and Martin Payne. Betty from the Golden Girls. Kim Parker. Bernie Mac. Whitley Gilbert, again, Different World. Phil something, I don't remember, from Modern Family. Martin, Mr. Johnson, George Costanza. That's from, I don't watch that show, but I know the name. Oh my God, Seinfeld. And Sophia, Golden Girls. It looks like Golden Girls might be taking a win here. Wow. Somebody said everybody hates Will. Of course, Will, everybody hates Will. I don't know what that last comment meant, but get your answers in. I'll try to run this back. Send me an email, trentoutloud@cfqr600.com. Comment below. Who is your favorite character, your favorite sitcom character? And don't tell me Will or Martin or Golden Girls, all right? Tell me something different. All right, this brings us to sports news. Fans rave about Russell Wilson's performance as he plays his first Steelers game. Russell Wilson played in his first Steelers game, and he dropped a stellar performance, including 2 touchdowns. This comes months after being benched from injuries. So, okay, it's the Sunday night game. He was 16 for 29, 264 passing yards, and 2 touchdowns, and they went on to win, beat the Jets 37-15 from being down 15-6. So I watched that game. Shout out to Russell. It was a good game. I don't think it's anything to rave about. What? Because he was on the bench? Like, give me a break. He beat the Jets. Like, Aaron Rodgers ain't playing that great. They don't have a great record. Like, he was good, but I don't think it's anything to rave about. I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'm not hating on Russell. I mean, he's not my favorite quarterback in the world, but I don't think that it was a raving performance, right? Now, I cannot do sports news without talking about the New York Liberty. I missed this yesterday. Sorry, but congratulations to the New York Liberty making history, winning their first ever WNBA championship. The game ended with a final score of 67-62 against Minnesota Lynx. I forgot to watch the game. My bad. And I saw that Angel Reese was wearing like a split jersey. She was courtside supporting her girl. So shout out to Angel Reese for being there. And yeah, I'm maybe try to catch the game on the weekend or something like online or whatever. But yeah, shout out to New York for winning their game. I really love the WNBA. I love everything they did this season with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. And I hope we see more main primetime games and more media hype around it. Like, if this is the NBA Finals, you know about it. I'm online all the time, and I didn't even know that it was Game 5 last night. My bad. I should have, been a little bit more, whatever. I had a busy weekend, okay? Anyways, that is the show. Congratulations to Russell and New York Liberty, all right? Anyways, that's the show. Thank you for kicking with me on this Tuesday. I will see you guys on tomorrow. Before I let you guys go, just want to remind you of all the ways to keep up to date with the Trent Out Loud podcast. If you're used to watching this show on YouTube or listening to it on podcast platforms, please try to check me out Monday through Friday from 11 to 12 on CFQR600.com. You could log in from anywhere in the world, or 600 AM if you're in the Montreal area on your radio station. We play the Trent Out Loud podcast, but we mix it in with 90s and 2000s hip-hop and R&B. I select the music. It's a great hour, great way to enjoy your day, listen to some music while you get your entertainment news. Now, vice versa, if you're used to listening to the show on CFQR 600 and you can't always catch a show from 11 to 12, you're busy, you got Zoom meetings, you got kids, you got conferences, I get it. You never have to miss a show. On the CFQR 600 site, there is a button now that you can press for listen again. You click that and you go into the Trent Out Loud section and you'll see all of my podcasts for the past 2 years. It's all there. So if you missed yesterday's or last week's, go ahead and listen to it over there. You can also, of course, catch it on YouTube or podcast platforms. Just go to your desired site, type in Trent Out Loud, the show will pop up. Don't forget to hit the follow and subscribe button so that you can be notified every time we upload a new show. And of course, we upload daily. If you're like me and you like to watch your podcast, you could watch us on YouTube, but now also Spotify supports video. So you have two places where you can see video. Lastly, you can follow me on any social platform. It's always the same handle at Trent Out Loud. Don't forget to follow the media company, Exo City Media, on Instagram. And finally, for those of you who are listening on CFQR600.com right now, do not touch that dial because Don Smooth is coming up next with the midday show at 12, the midday show from 12 to 1. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a great day. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trent Out Loud. Peace.